Kind of like the slap in the face for everybody, like, yo, wake the fuck up. There's an opportunity here as a barber to really get yourself and put yourself in a position for the rest of your life and for generations to come. I don't think a lot of barbers understand that. So yeah, it's been a minute. Daniel, doer.barbering.com. The topic that always comes up is really has to do with like how do you push things forward in a business? And most barbers think like, oh no, like I know exactly what to do, and they're like too prideful and like too in their ego. But honestly, even if that is you and you think that way, you will have these same issues on your way to scaling the business up and becoming an actual business owner that makes over 10K a month. So let's dive into this. So typically what I see a lot of times, a lot of barbers will kind of stick their business or kind of get complacent in where they're at. They don't have like the drive to push things forward. They're kind of like wishy-washy. They might know what they want to do. They kind of lost the drive to like do anything like spectacular in the business or even like work harder. And it's kind of just like a redundant hamster wheel type of business. It's very unmotivating, and honestly, it's not fun to do. For myself, I kind of felt that at like honestly like the 2 to 3K per month mark. I was charging like 16, 20 bucks. It was not fun whatsoever. And you feel fucking dead. I mean, for me, at that point in time, I fucked my life up being a barber because I was like, what the hell? Like I at this level, kind of doing the same shit every day. And I'm not really focused as a man on my mission in life. I'm kind of just like, oh, well, like this is the money I make per month. Let me just like cut down my bills and save this up and like over a period of time. And like, that's not exciting at all. And honestly, if you're a barber who's making under like 10K a month, you probably struggle with like these fundamental things where you just don't know how to scale and push the business forward. A lot of barbers will find themselves in that pocket and just like kind of coast and don't really know what to do. You hit a limit and you're kind of just like, oh, this is it, this is life. The cause behind this is really you're not incentivizing yourself to push the business forward. And this is what I mean by this. So like, take for instance, like a money goal. A lot of people are like, oh, I want to make such and such amount. Like I get a lot of barbers that come in the program that I work with who are at 4K per month. They want to get to 20K per month. Great. I love that goal. But why the fuck would you want that goal? And I don't think a lot of barbers think about that. And a lot of people like their first gut reaction, oh, I just want to take care of my family. Oh, I just want to I want to build something for my community. I want to like give back and all like, and these answers, not that they're bad, but they're like, they're sounding good. They just sound politically correct. But does that really set your fucking soul on fire? Probably not. If you're brutally honest with yourself, I don't think anybody like really gets like lit alive. Honestly, like does that really incentivize you to push through fucking hell to get the business to the next level? And most people are not like that. Yet most barbers want to be self-righteous and they want to think like, okay, cool. If I say this, I'll look good. And then they wonder why like they never push the business forward. It's because like, well, you're not really that excited about getting to that goal. It's never about money. I know I talk about money a lot on the podcast because I think a lot of barbers need to be money aware and need to be more financially literate and understand what the hell they're trying to do. And like they need to have more than 10K in the bank because most barbers, they survive with under 5K in the bank. But honestly, money is not going to be the end all be all factor, and money is not a motivator whatsoever. I like maybe when you're dead fucking broke, and honestly, when you're dead fucking broke, money isn't even a motivator. Your motivator is not to feel like a piece of shit and not to be dead broke anymore and to feel good. And that right there, that understanding of what that feeling you want to get to, that's what everybody should hone in on. You have to understand what is that feeling in that space that you want to be in. And you have to be brutally honest. Some people, it's gonna be partying, it's gonna be women, it's gonna be drugs. Like hell, when I was a barber, like I actually did enjoy stuff like that. I wanted to party, I wanted to be around women, and that lit my soul on fire, especially as like a young 20-year-old. You have to be brutally honest with yourself because you have to say, what do I want to achieve in life and what are like my deepest, darkest desires, and like come face to face with those. Like, because what most people do is they kind of keep that away and they don't use it to their advantage. They think they're bad people because they want that. If that's a natural want, why the fuck are you not using that to push the business forward? I think a lot of barbers don't get this because, again, we are not business owners to begin with. Business owners, entrepreneurs, guess what? They have that innate ability in themselves, right? Especially people, you look at like Elon Musk or like Jeff Bezos. I mean, think about getting to a fucking $1 billion. I think people who like say, oh, that's so wrong, you shouldn't want that. Those people are fucking wrong. And I would like almost like point the finger like, what the fuck have they done with their life, right? A lot of barbers follow bad advice from like people who just have not achieved shit just to get accepted by other people who have not achieved shit and like have come up with a reason why they have not done shit with their life except stay in the same city they grew up in, making under 10K a month, and honestly not being able to put their family in position business-wise and just saying, oh, everybody who has money or makes money or charges this much is a bad person. Fuck no. If you just look at yourself in the mirror and say, what do I desire at this point in my life? And not what I think I should desire or think is right to say, but what do I actually fucking want? What most barbers lack is like a drive in them. They think they have a good work ethic. They have a good consistency of like just walking on a treadmill and like a hamster wheel type effect, but there's no to learn something. I mean, shit, everybody wants to complain about, no, we're not taught taxes. Just go on fucking Google. Like, you can learn taxes and all that stuff from Google and YouTube. Number one, if you can take away from this video, obviously like have a heart to heart with yourself. Figure out what the hell do you want and do you truly desire. Number two, then you gotta figure out what the fuck to do. And then three is gonna be like, okay, how does your execution, how does everything like come in and play out throughout everything else? I mean, like we run a program in the barber industry. Obviously, we help barbers get to 30K or 20, so we're trying to get a barber to 30K per month, but we help barbers right now get to 25K per month, charge 150 to 200 bucks per haircut. And a lot of barbers would like, again, to talk down on this thing like it's some like bad thing. And I can already hear people like talking like, oh, Daniel, this is like a stupid first video back. All you talk about is like, just have a why. That sounds like super simple. And look, I get it. Like it is a very simple topic. You can have everything you need to know in order to go ahead and scale the business up. But if you do not have the right foundation of just that why you need to get there, you're never gonna do it. And I want to start this like YouTube comeback as just like kind of like a slap in the face for everybody. Like, yo, wake the fuck up. There's an opportunity here as a barber to really get yourself and put yourself in a position for the rest of your life and for generations to come. I don't think a lot of barbers understand that. I think a lot of barbers take what we're doing for granted. We are literally able to make 20K plus per month and save a shit ton of money and make mostly profit off that without having to get a college fucking degree, without having to learn anything extra outside of what we've developed for ourselves already. Yet most barbers want to go outside the industry to try and find something else because they don't know what to do to make this fucking work. It's like, look, you can't make it fucking work because of three main reasons. You don't know what to do, you don't have the right reason, or you don't have the right execution of those things. All three of these, if they're not there, you're not gonna get to the end goal. Like a good way to go ahead and audit your why is like, be in the gym and like get to the point of pain. And when do you stop? And I mean like actual failure to where you're like, fuck, I don't know if I can get this next thing up. In that moment of like pain and like questioning yourself, like really try to bring in like that why of why you're in the gym. Let's say your reason is to, like you say your reason is to, I don't know, be in shape and be healthy. You're not gonna be struggling to like, oh, I wanna be healthy. You're gonna be there like, fuck it, this is good enough. Instead of like, let's say if you want to get in shape to impress women, like as a man, like that would be a high incentive. When you're like thinking on that last rep, that's actually, you will push back, you will push past that barrier and past that level of like point of failure and rep out that next rep. That's exactly what you need to be able to take in your business. If you don't have that, you gotta fucking find it. Otherwise, you don't have a business, you have a job and you're an employee. So with that, cue the fucking music.
Do I look happy to you? Do I look happy to you? Do I look